Shalom royalty, it's Ellie here, and today's verse of the day is John 12:13. Took branches of palm trees and went forth to meet him and cried, Hosanna, blessed is the King of Israel that cometh in the name of the Lord. And so it's really interesting. I didn't know that was the verse of the day, but it makes sense. Today is Palm Sunday, Lamb Selection Day, and that was part of the message that my pastor preached today. But he didn't come from John; he came from the book of Matthew, and it's just so interesting because I was going to talk about what happened to me while I was watching service. So, the COVID thing is still going on. And even before COVID, I wasn't attending church services. I was watching it online. I would just go to Sunday school and come back home. Reason for that is because my son is a little... So if they didn't have the children ministry going on, I didn't want him to sit through service because he doesn't really just sit through anything. He needs to be active and doing something. So if it wasn't Sunday school and it wasn't like children's church or children's ministry where he can go play, then I just went home because it was just like a headache that I knew like everybody would have to deal with. But anyway, it was just like really interesting today because I'm like, I just didn't feel it. I was like, okay, I know everything that's going on is business as usual. While the praise team, the people singing, the choir, while they were singing, I was like, I'm not feeling it. While my pastor was preaching, I was like, I'm not feeling it. Even though I looked through, I was reading the scriptures with them, seeing the passages that he was reading and coming from, I was like, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. But I just I felt tired. I was like, this usually doesn't happen to me. Like, usually this is what wakes me up on Sundays. Not like I'm awake, but I usually get more energy after church service is over. And I just wasn't feeling it today. And I asked God about it. I was like, what's up? Like, why did that happen? Like, I literally wanted to go to sleep. That usually doesn't happen to me. When service is going on, and God was like, you're growing, you're expanding. I was like, dang. Because I love my church, and I'm not sure if this means I'm going to be leaving my church or if this just means I need to do something different, because my church doesn't have a prophetic ministry, nor do we have an apostle that we look to. So my spiritual gifts are outside of what my church has to offer. I still feel like, I have to talk to God about this, but I still feel like, I'll be doing my tithing, my service, I do something for my church. And I think I'm going to continue doing that as long as, it's God's will. But as far as that being my main source of being fed, I think I have graduated. I already consume a lot of content and information from people who teach about the things that I am more involved with now. And I think that's just why my eyes are open, I guess. But, nothing bad happened, because it was he was talking about the Passover and correlating the Passover with the resurrection, with Resurrection Sunday, and with the actual resurrection of Yeshua. But I understood everything, and I guess it was in my brain, I was like, this is kind of old. I was trying to pay attention. I understood everything still. It just felt like I was in school type of thing, and the teacher was going over a lesson that we already learned before. And that's kind of how it was, because it's every year this is the same message that's being preached. And it's not just my pastor. It's no shade, no tea towards him, but it's with everybody. And that's not bad, especially for people who are new to the faith and don't understand. But for people who are seasoned in the word, seasoned in whether you want to call it religion, church, or whatever, it's the same thing. And I don't know how people go through decades of doing the same thing all the time. I don't know. Hey, stop it. I don't know if it's the calling that God has on my life that doesn't allow me to stay in the same place. I don't know. I'm really not sure what it's about, but I did appreciate what he said though, because it was like I said, it was correlating the Passover with the resurrection. So when you read in the Gospels, it tells you that they were celebrating Passover. And if you don't know what Passover is, that is when the children of Israel, when they were still slaves to the Egyptians, that was when they had to get a lamb, kill the lamb, put the blood over their door so that the angel of death could pass through and know that the blood...
Don't kill the lamb.
We have to. And know that when it sees the blood on the door, that it passes through those houses and doesn't kill the firstborn. But the Egyptians were not given those instructions, so their firstborn passed away, including their livestock. Like if you had cows or whatever, your firstborn male cow would pass away. And so that's why it's called the Passover. The angel passed over the children of Israel. God spared our lives for his purpose. And so when it comes to lamb selection, Jesus represents the lamb that was sacrificed for the children of Israel. And so his blood was shed for us, the same way that the lamb's blood was shed on the doors to protect us. It goes deep. And that's the thing. I appreciated the message. Like, I didn't even put that together until he said it. So I'm still kind of confused on it. And I'm still going to be talking with God about that situation, because this isn't the first time this has happened to me. And so I guess it's something that I need to do within myself. I don't know. It doesn't feel like me transitioning to a new church. That's not what it feels like. But I do feel some sort of transition going on, or else I could just be having an off day. I don't know. But that is what I heard God say. Like, I'm growing. I'm expanding. And so this could just be a temporary feeling and everything will go back to normal after Resurrection Sunday. Or, who knows what happened. But I'm going to go ahead and read the verse of the day with you all again. It is John 12:13. Took branches of palm trees and went forth to meet him and cried, Hosanna, blessed is the King of Israel that cometh in the name of the Lord. All right, royalty, I'll see you in the next one. Shalom.